Have you ever seen a creature that transforms like something out of a movie? Let me introduce you to the frilled lizard, a small reptile from Australia and New Guinea that looks harmless until it's not. Most of the time, this guy chills in the trees, hunting insects, spiders, and tiny animals, helping keep the ecosystem in check. But mess with it? Oh boy. It opens a huge, colorful frill around its neck, hisses loud, and stands on its hind legs like a mini dinosaur. This sudden transformation makes it look double its size, enough to freak out most predators. But that's just phase one. If that display doesn't work, it turns into a speed demon. It can sprint on two legs like it's late for something, and if running doesn't cut it, it scales up trees in seconds, vanishing from danger like a ghost. It's not just about looking scary, it's about survival. The frilled lizard mastered the art of bluffing and escaping, showing us that sometimes the boldest defense isn't always about fighting, it's about performance. Have you ever seen a creature that transforms like something out of a movie? Let me introduce you to the frilled lizard, a small reptile from Australia and New Guinea that looks harmless until it's not. Most of the time, this guy chills in the trees, hunting insects, spiders, and tiny animals, helping keep the ecosystem in check. But mess with it? Oh boy. It opens a huge, colorful frill around its neck, hisses loud, and stands on its hind legs like a mini dinosaur. This sudden transformation makes it look double its size, enough to freak out most predators. But that's just phase one. If that display doesn't work, it turns into a speed demon. It can sprint on two legs like it's late for something, and if running doesn't cut it, it scales up trees in seconds, vanishing from danger like a ghost. It's not just about looking scary, it's about survival. The frilled lizard mastered the art of bluffing and escaping, showing us that sometimes the boldest defense isn't always about fighting, it's about performance. Have you ever seen a monkey with a nose so big it looks fake? Meet the proboscis monkey, one of the most unique primates on Earth, instantly recognizable by that giant, floppy nose. But here's the wild part. That nose isn't just for looks. In their world, bigger is better. A long nose is seen as a sign of strength and health, making males with the largest noses more attractive to females. And while that's already fascinating, their lifestyle takes it up a notch. These monkeys live only in the coastal forests of Borneo, and they've mastered two very different environments: trees and water. They swing effortlessly through the jungle canopy like acrobats, but they're also incredible swimmers, like Olympic-level swimmers. They can dive into rivers, hold their breath, and even swim across islands, which is a must in a place that constantly floods. But don't let their serious skills fool you. They're also hilarious. They live in tight-knit groups of up to 20, spend hours grooming, wrestling, and just goofing around. Have you ever seen a turtle that doesn't swim well, doesn't chase prey, and still dominates the Amazon? Meet the mata mata, a bizarre freshwater turtle from the Amazon and Orinoco basins that looks like tree bark with a head. Its name even loosely translates to kill in Spanish. But don't worry, it's one of the chillest creatures out there. Adults can grow over 20 inches long and weigh up to 15 kilos. Their bodies are covered in rough, jagged shells and floppy skin flaps that make them almost invisible in murky water. But what makes them insane predators isn't speed, it's patience. These turtles don't chase, they wait. They sit completely still on the riverbed, looking like a pile of debris. When a fish swims too close, boom, they open their mouths so fast it creates a vacuum, sucking the prey in whole. No biting, no chewing, just slurp and done. And here's the twist. They live in water, but they're awful swimmers. Instead of paddling, they walk along the river bottom like a prehistoric robot. Nature didn't make them fast or flashy. Have you ever seen a frog that looks like it belongs in a cartoon, but defends itself like a chemical weapon? Meet the Amazon milk frog, a wide-eyed pastel-colored tree dweller that's way tougher than it looks. Don't let the cute vibes fool you. When this frog feels threatened, it oozes a thick, milky fluid through its skin, and that stuff is no joke. It tastes awful to predators and can even protect the frog from harmful bacteria and fungi. That's where the name milk frog comes from, but its superpowers don't stop there. Unlike most frogs that stick near ponds or rivers, this little guy lives way up in the rainforest canopy. With massive sticky toe pads, it can leap effortlessly from branch to branch like a parkour pro. And when it's time to raise a family, it doesn't head down to the ground. Nope, it finds small pools of rainwater trapped in tree holes and lays its eggs there. The tadpoles hatch and grow up completely off the forest floor, living in a world high above the dangers below. It's cute, it's clever, and it's got one of the weirdest defense systems in the animal kingdom. The frog you're hearing scream? That's not an exotic jungle beast. It's the American bullfrog, and it's the largest frog in North America. Adults can grow over 8 inches long just in the body and weigh more than a pound. And don't be fooled by the froggy face. This thing is a tank. Bullfrogs can leap up to 6 feet in one bound, which is wild considering their size. But what really sets them apart? Their appetite. These guys will eat anything that fits in their mouths. Insects, fish, snakes, small mammals, and yeah, even other bullfrogs. Total cannibals. Their stretchy skin and elastic mouths let them swallow prey way bigger than their heads, sliding it down their throat and into a stomach full of brutal digestive enzymes that can break down bones, fur, even feathers. And they start off huge. Their tadpoles can grow longer than 6 inches and may spend up to 2 years in the water before transforming into full-blown frog monsters. Have you ever seen a crab that climbs trees, cracks coconuts, and steals anything shiny? Meet the coconut crab, the largest land-dwelling arthropod on Earth. This absolute unit can weigh up to 4 kilograms and stretch over a meter long. Native to the tropical regions of the Indian and Pacific Oceans, these crabs are like living tanks. Their massive pincers are powerful enough to crush coconuts, no joke, and that strength alone would be impressive. But there's more. Coconut crabs are opportunistic feeders. They don't just go for fruit and leaves. They'll eat meat, carrion, and have even been seen snatching up unsuspecting seagulls. Despite their bulky frames, they're shockingly agile. They can climb trees with ease, hunting for hidden food sources or raiding bird nests. But here's the weirdest part. They love shiny stuff. Locals have nicknamed them robber crabs because they'll grab flip-flops, silverware, or anything that sparkles and drag it off into the night. Have you ever seen a chicken that looks like it's wearing a wig? Meet the Polish chicken. Instantly recognizable by the giant fluffy crown of feathers on its head. It's not just a fashion statement, it's actually a genetic mutation that causes feather overgrowth, giving it that pom-pom look. Their body feathers are usually white or black, but some strut around in gold and silver too. And while they look delicate, these birds are surprisingly tough. Polish chickens are super friendly, calm, and easy to handle, which makes them favorites in backyard farms and pet flocks. But here's the funny part. That glorious crown can sometimes block their vision, making it hard for them to see, so they walk with their heads raised high, scanning their surroundings like feathered periscopes. You'd think with all that head fluff, they'd be clumsy, but nope, they can fly. And not just a little flutter, these lightweight birds can launch themselves over 6 feet into the air and are often found perched on trees or rooftops. They're quirky, graceful, and totally unforgettable. Have you ever seen a monkey so tiny it could literally sit on your finger? Meet the pygmy marmoset, also called the finger monkey, and it's the smallest monkey on Earth. Just 5 inches tall and weighing less than an apple, this little primate lives in the dense Amazon rainforests of South America. But don't let the size fool you. These monkeys are insanely agile. Their tails are as long as their bodies and work like balancing poles, letting them leap from branch to branch like miniature gymnasts. They're also expert foragers. Pygmy marmosets make tiny cuts in tree bark to harvest gum, which gives them both carbs and protein. Their diet includes a mix of sweet natural sap and surprise protein snacks like insects. And they're super social too. They live in tight-knit family groups of 6 to 9 and are always on the move. And bonding. But life isn't easy at that size. They've got to stay alert every second. Predators like hawks and snakes see these little guys as nothing more than a quick snack. So every jump, every twitch of the tail is part of staying alive in the treetops. Cute? Absolutely. But they're also survivors.
Have you ever met a dog that could literally look you in the eye while standing on its back legs? That's a Great Dane for you. These colossal canines can reach over 32 inches tall at the shoulder, and some weigh more than 175 pounds. That's like having a mini horse in your living room. But the funny thing is, they have no idea they're huge. They'll try to sit in your lap, climb into bed with you, and squeeze through tight spaces like they're still tiny pups. Owners say they're basically big softies in giant bodies. Sweet, gentle, loyal, and amazing with kids. Most Great Danes act more like humans than dogs. They'll rest their head on your shoulder, follow you from room to room, and even pout when you leave. But there's a sad side to their story too. Despite all that love, most Great Danes only live 7 to 10 years. Their size takes a toll on their hearts, bones, and joints. It's heartbreaking when you realize how short their time is. But in those few years, they give you a lifetime of love, loyalty, and memories.